Decide Your Destiny crew, Carl Spirides here. Thanks for joining me for another Decide Your Destiny daily dose. Decide to not be sucked into that energy. You know, that energy. The kind of energy where it pulls you down, where you feel useless, where you feel like not trying, where you feel lethargic. And in a day of, information overload and, in that information age, we've got transparency if you know where to look. And oftentimes you can find things out that are disheartening. You can look at things that just crush you, that totally upset you and suck your energy dry, suck you down like a Dementor in Harry Potter. But you've got to decide to not be in that space. Not sit in that space of that energy where it's a low vibration, low frequency energy. And you've got to bring your energy up. You got to revitalize yourself. And there's a great quote that I'd love to share with you. It says, "Look well into thyself. There is a source of strength which will always spring up if thou will always look." And it's by Marcus Aurelius, none other than Marcus Aurelius. And I think this is so true because oftentimes when we're looking outside, we're actually expending a lot of our energy. We're expending a lot of our mental energy, our physiological energy, and we're pushing it out onto the world. And we've actually got to take it back. It's time we take it back and retain that energy within our own heart and in our own soul. And if you look into yourself and you look deep within yourself, you can find strength there. You can find this resilience. You can find this incredible ability of the human body when it cuts its hand, it can heal itself. When it's faced with, extreme pressures and no way out, it will find a way out. So you can find this in your human body, in your heart, in your soul. You can find the strength deep within you. So look within yourself. The world outside you can cause a stir and it can really disrupt, your flow. So you have the opportunity to solve this from the inside out. You have the opportunity to solve this and shift your reality of the outside world from inside, from what you decide to do inside, from doing your affirmations, from looking at like 15, 20 minutes of positive information in the morning. How's that for a change up? From, doing some meditation, from, reading some ancient books, different sort of things that can really interest you into life and totally shift your reality instead of wake up doomsday, wake up doomsday, wake up doomsday. And every day is Groundhog Day in that spiral of doomsday. So you can shift your reality in this moment, in this very moment. And that's the way it works. If you look on the outside to try and solve everything inside you, it's like being an empty shell on a lonely beach in the middle of nowhere. You have to look within yourself, within your heart and soul, within the ability that you have within yourself to learn, to challenge your belief systems, to change your narrative, to actually evolve. So that's what's really important. So build and fortify. Another tip would be just to build and fortify a philosophy. And that's definitely something I've been working on for a while. So internal wisdom. And my biggest tip here would be spend double the amount of time that you spend on headlines on wisdom and knowledge and learning. And there's a great person I was following. He had this good point. He was saying, spend equal amount of time on entertainment and education, and understand what is entertainment, what is education, because you could be literally watching 2 hours worth of videos on motivation, but did you take anything away? And that's the point of education. Did you take anything and did you implement it to go beyond and to grow and to challenge yourself and to create something new, a new reality, a new dimension, a new opportunity for yourself? Did you go and create that, or were you just watching? And that's where something as simple as, but this is good for me, can also end up as pure entertainment. So spend that time on wisdom, spend that time on building. And this is another quote. So obviously taking a lot of resource out in the world, which we have a lot to take from, by Sadhguru. And he says, "It takes heart to laugh. All the intellect can do is dissect." And I thought that was great. Really felt that was great. So yeah, this is all about deciding how you wish to experience your life while you're on this earth, how you wish to experience each and every single heartbeat. And yeah, I think deciding not to be sucked into that energy, into that energy that just pulls you down and pulls your whole vibration frequency, and doesn't matter what side of the fence or where you believe what, that's your prerogative. That's your, that's what you control. But on both sides, you can be sucked down into that energy. So it's time to revitalize your life and pull yourself out. And, being out of that energy and out of looking at that negativity so constantly really helps, because whatever you decide to put into your brain, whatever you decide to put into your ears, whatever you decide to switch on is really going to affect your whole mental state, your physical state. It's going to affect your immune system. It's going to affect your health. It's going to affect everything. It's going to affect how you interact with other human beings. So be really conscious with what you're putting into your state. Is this information telling me to hate my fellow neighbor? Is this information divisive? Is this information negative and fear-mongering? Ask those questions before you just consume the information. That would be my big point, guys. And really be aware of what you're consuming and how often you're consuming, because you can have two different people on this earth, same education. They could be twin siblings, and they could have totally different life experiences. That's the point I'm trying to make here. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that one. Share it around for anyone else who's maybe struggling. Maybe they're in that space. I was there, and you can pull yourself out. You can bring yourself out of that slumber or that downward energy space, that negativity, that doomsday daily. Maybe we'll find a title for it: daily doomsday narrative space. I don't know what it is, but yeah, you can pull yourself out of it. You can rip yourself out of those depths and find a greater life experience and more purpose and more contribution to your fellow man and fellow woman. So yeah, share this around if anyone you think might help them out. And as always, guys, remember, decide your destiny. Cheers.